Welcome to another exciting episode of Andaaz. I'm here in New York City in front of Roma, a hot spot for world indie musicians, and that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. We're going to be mesmerized by these fabulous artists. We talked to Ustad Zakir Hussain Ji and many more upcoming musicians, all the way from Austin, New York, and San Francisco. Let's go check it out. Texas with Oliver, an amazing genius musician who has taken the music from the gypsies in Europe all the way to India from 6th Street in Austin, Texas. Hi Oliver, welcome to Andaaz. Hi
Sarika.
Well, your music is just amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Fabulous to see your performance.
Thank you.
So you do some serious fusion music. I mean, I just saw music and dance.
Yeah.
I just saw a YouTube video of yours where you fused flamenco music with Kathak.
You know, this music is not something, new or something I've created. Historically, the music of the Roma gypsies found in Europe, the history goes back all the way back to India. And, the Roma or the Europeans called them gypsies because they thought they were from Egypt. But the Roma originally come from India, and they are said to have left India and arrived in Europe around the 14th century. According to historic documents. So a lot of the music they took and the culture and so forth they took to Europe as well as the Middle East. As an immigrant, I'm just bringing something again from India and reinterpreting all this stuff in my own way with all my influences.
You've done a brilliant job at it.
Oh, thank
you.
On
the note of the Roma people, how did you become interested in them? Tell us a little bit more about them and their similarities with our culture. I mean, from over 1,000 years ago.
So through all these studies and interaction with the Roma and so forth, there's a lot of similarities and there's a lot of differences. The music is similar but also different. So, for example, I played flamenco music. Now, we can't say flamenco is from India because obviously it has a whole other thing to it, but the history, if you look at the dance especially, there are a lot of movements and everything which are completely similar to Indian dance, whether it's Kathak or Bharatanatyam, lot similar to Kathak, and also the footsteps obviously the dancer does, and obviously the hand movements, which is very Indian, but it's not as complex as Indian dance. Romani is not a written language, and they don't have a written history, but their music is a huge, book of information.
The next generation coming up, they're not inspired or they're not encouraged to learn classical Indian music. I mean, what do you think we should do to keep that tradition alive?
My answer to this would be, I think that we need to keep our classical tradition very much alive, supported by the higher societies of, because the higher societies have always supported classical music.
Andaaz, brought to you in part by Basic Ayurveda, your source for Ayurvedic juices. Hosts prefer to use Kinjini natural beauty products. Borrow it bindas. Why buy when you can rent your perfect designer outfit? Andaaz hosts prefer to use Lawson Travel for all their fabulous destinations.